This is one of several ITV labs in the North Island College system. We're an institution that covers a vast region, about half the size of the state of Florida. In order to meet our mandate to deliver education, post-secondary education, trades training, tourism, university training, that sort of thing, across a huge region, we have to play an important role in online delivery of courses, paper-based too, we still do a lot of that, and ITV, interactive television, which we specialize. My name is John Belshaw. I'm the Associate Vice President of Education at North Island College, and we're at our British Columbia, Canada campus. Welcome. We depend, as I say, very heavily on distance teaching technologies and techniques. That requires infrastructure, support services, advising for students. Get into a course that's online-based or ITV-based, and then there's hybrid versions, of course, which we do a lot of too. It requires technical support, but also learning support, and it requires fundamentally continuous reflection on the process of teaching, both in a face-to-face environment, which we do a lot, but also teaching at a distance. Well, how do you teach effectively a course that covers where you get students in places as remote as Port Hardy from Comox Valley? We're talking, it's a good 4-hour drive. How do you incorporate those students into the discussion in your classroom effectively and not make them feel like they're just watching from the sidelines? So reflecting on that process is a fundamental of what we do. Now, we're a community college, and in Canada, that means that we're covered by provincial legislation, not by national legislation. Our provincial legislation focuses on our teaching mandate, not on a research mandate. That's something that's reserved principally for the universities and the university colleges. In some ways, that's changing now. There's a growing recognition that community colleges have a great deal to contribute in terms of local, collaborative, community-based research, all to the good. In terms of teaching scholarship research, too, that's changing. There's an awareness that if community colleges have a mandate to teach, then faculty in those institutions and support staff may have something to say about, to contribute to the larger discussion about teaching itself. But setting in place the infrastructure necessary to engage in that kind of research is itself a challenge because, as I say, we don't have a mandate that supports research. We have a limited fiscal horizon, of course, as everybody else does, but we're also not eligible currently for national research grants because we're a community college. And that's where the Vancouver Island Consortium comes in for North Island College. By partnering with the University of Victoria and with Malaspina University College, both of which have a research mandate and they're both eligible for national research grants, they also have a research infrastructure in place that's both that's very redoubtable. We can increase the likelihood of eligibility for external financial support as partners. As well, the University of Victoria has a proven track record in the development of teaching and learning supports and scholarship, I should say principally in the area of teaching and learning scholarship, the research of scholarship, of teaching and learning. And thus, the UVic provides leadership throughout our community of Vancouver Island as a whole, our community of scholars on Vancouver Island. Now, Malaspina, for its part, also provides important expertise, and as our nearest partner, we rely on quite heavily for a particular kind of leadership. We've partnered with Malaspina to develop intellectual property policy, and we've also partnered to a certain extent with Royal Roads University, which has been very generous with their time and effort and energy in terms of helping us along the path of ethics, research ethics review processes. What's been especially helpful for NIC has been the approach modeled by Comox College. Now, Comox is the most comparable of the institutions on the island in that it too is a community college, but it's an urban community college, and we are a small town, rural, very different kind of community-based community college. But nevertheless, we cover the same legislation, and Comox has demonstrated the ways in which faculty can be engaged in the scholarship of teaching and learning. And it does so at a scale that's appropriate to our model, too. So, in summary, for NIC, the consortium is about more than the sum of its parts. It's about a collegial response to a common issue, one that's very important in the Academy today. Thank you very much.